Sharing is caring.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm revisiting Evelyn the Covetous. This is a Grixis Vampires deck where whenever a vampire enters, you get to exile the top card of each player's library, and those cards have a counter on them, which means that you can play one of them each turn that Evelyn is in play, or two of them if you make a copy of Evelyn, or three of them if you have two copies of Evelyn. Evelyn the Covetous is a great way to be playing both the Grixis vampires and also a little bit of crime. The first time that I played this deck, it was all about stealing my opponent's permanents. But in this version, we are straight up vampire typal. We're running vampire lords, things that become vampires, are vampires, reanimate vampires, give you extra card draw from your vampires. And of course, because we are in black, we have some kill spells. We're in red, we have a little bit of artifact destruction, and we're in blue, we have a couple counter spells. And we also have ways to double up the abilities or increase the size of our various vampires using all of the different typal cards that we've got in Arena. A lot of these cards are very strong on their own, and when you combine them with vampire synergies, they get even stronger. Cards like Vein Ripper are even better if you can bring them back from the graveyard for 6 life. Cards like Bloodline Keeper, when you can transform them, turning them into the Lord of Lineage, become incredibly powerful, being able to spit out vampires every turn and making all of your vampires have +2/+2. We even have some cards like Patchwork Banner that were added in that allow us to make all of our creatures bigger and stronger so we can get in even more damage. And why should we even pay for our vampires when you can use cards like Sorin Imperious Bloodlord to put them into play for free? Evelyn the Covetous also plays very well with Leyline of Anticipation. Because most of the cards in my deck are vampires, they can only be played at sorcery speed, which means that if I exile one off the top of my deck, I can only play it on my turn. Or if I happen to get a land, I'd want to play it on my turn. But if I have the Leyline of Anticipation in play, I'm able to flash out additional cards on my opponent's turn, whether they're my cards or the ones I've taken from their deck, and get even more value out of Evelyn the Covetous. So let's take Evelyn into the queue and start stealing and bleeding out our opponents. Kaya Orzhov Usurper. I believe this is the one that can exile low-cost permanents or things from the graveyard, then deals damage equal to the number of things in exile. Yep, that's exactly what she does. Hi, Kaya. Gonna be discarding things so they can exile those things. I'm not even gonna wait. They know what's in my hand, so I'm just gonna grab the blue-black Surveil land under City Sewers. I could use more land. Yeah, this Kaya as like a mass exiling deck is kind of cool. The fact that she can also just like eat up tokens is also quite rude. Non-land permanents with a mana value of 1 or less. That's not all tokens, because some tokens have mana values, but for the most part, that's all tokens. It's also mana dorks. Two little guys, dang it! I wanted to deal damage so I can get stuff off Florian. Ugh. Well, they'll probably double block. I'll swing in. I guess I wouldn't be able to play things anyway unless it was like Mox Amber, which I don't think I have in this deck. I don't think I have any no-cost permanents. Yeah, this Kaya also being just at 3 mana and having not like super high loyalty, but decently high loyalty can be tough. I imagine this is going to be supplemented by a lot of board wipes and other planeswalkers, which makes my life a little harder. Let's go, Florian! I guess I shouldn't have played the land right away because Florian can find one. Ooh, these are fun. Go Bloodline Keeper. The -1 can kill Tamiyo. I love that. With the importance of early game permanents like Tamiyo, Esper Sentinel, Ragavan, These are all good for killing. Get rid of the Bloodline Keeper. Rippy Peppies. Might be more evasive, but Florian is doing some work. The first strike, I think, is also very beneficial. And they might just have another piece of removal here. Sure did leave up 4 mana. That's like Baleful Mastery mana. Right. I'm remembering. This time I might just get a land off Florian. Oh, wait. Wandering Emperor? No, they don't have double white. They don't have double white. We're fine. The March of Wretched Sorrows. Okay. The ley line's very tempting here. But I think we're just going to hold. Go for Evelyn. They gained 3 life. By God. It's a bit of a filler card, but if it works, it works. Here's Evelyn, exiling the top card of each player's deck. Queen's Bay Paladin. Gotta get that Old Bay Spice. And we're gonna bring back Florian. I said bring back Florian. These are all vampires entering, so we're gonna get more cards in exile. Not that I can use them right here. Swing with the Evelyn. I can't play either of them. Oh, darn it. This is LBD's deck list. This Kaya deck. I'd believe it. Evelyn goes to exile. I gain 2 life. Yes, this Queen's Bay Paladin has shown up in a lot of our games, which I don't mind. Uh-oh, Exquisite Blood. That is certainly part of a combo that I don't want to have to deal with. Swinging for 8. We're gonna grab this Bloodline Keeper. I know. Oh! Robert Nader! Thank you for the 666 over here with a resub. Thank you. Alright, I think Thoughtseize is the right move here. Because I have to cast it this turn. I know it's gonna gain them more life. I don't care. I need this. Veto! Okay! Whew! So, Veto Exquisite Blood is a 2-card combo. One, which I am very happy to have stopped here. That's just more card draw, or more life gain. Trying to think which of these I want to just, like, throw down to set up. I'm making a copy of the Queen's Bay Paladin, grabbing my Null Priest. I'm just straight up going for more power on the battlefield. And I can transform this Bloodline Keeper since we have 5 vampires. Scalding Tarn. It will gain them some life because I'll be losing life. Yeah, let's go for that.
Owie.
Do the thing. +2/+2 across the board. They're down to 2. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, if I ran Toxic Deluge, they would gain life off the Deluge pay. That doesn't work. Yeah, so none of these do the damage right away. I'm gonna grab the Cyclonic Rift. I'm just gonna throw those back into their hand. I don't have Sign-In Blood. I know, we're vampires. You'd think we would. Excuse me. Don't put that back in my hand. Hiya, Kaya. Kaya can gain 2 life. Would you like to? put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. And our sweet army of vampires is gonna swing in for lethal. GG, Kaya. Omnath, Locus of the Royal. A landfall commander that draws cards and puts counters onto elementals, but you only get the card draw if you have 8 or more lands. Not that that's, like, hard. There's so many ways to get 8 or more lands very, very quickly. Should also mention that it deals damage based on the number of elementals you have when it enters the battlefield. Swinging with this Knight of Ebon Legion, and I do not think they'll block. Nope, no blocking. Have a cool rock. Lotus Cobra is going to give them even more mana. They could play Omnath this turn if they have a land, which they're a landfall deck. I assume they have a land. Oh, it's even a fetch land. Crack it open. Get themselves some blue. They could throw down Omnath. Yeah, Breeding Pool. Oh, actually, they're going for Oracle of Moldiah so they can play even more lands and lands off the top of their deck. They have another fetch land. All right. That's a lot of fetch lands. They also have another land that we know they're getting next turn. Wait, they got Thundering Fall. Well, that means that they don't have enough mana for the Omnath. They could have gone for an Omnath there, grabbing like a basic, floating the mana. I suppose it's just not what they craved. I'm going to offer them the trade. They're not going to take it. I'm going to play City Stalker Connoisseur to make them discard the highest cost thing in their hand, which was a Shia. I'm very glad that they do not have a Shia now, because that was going to turn all of these into lands. Oh my god, another fetch? Who is giving this person all these fetches? It's so fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen. They've played 3 of them in as many turns. Omnath almost up to that 8 lands. They're at 6 right now. They are making fetch happen. Tell them to stop. They destroyed their own land to get 2 more lands. Who even does that? Hello? So, sorry about this. But I have 4 mana, and I don't want you taking an extra turn. Not right now, not right away. They can take one next turn. Guess I could throw down Evelyn and start stealing. I could reanimate something with Queen's Bay. I guess Connoisseur is actually a pretty good choice. So I'm gonna throw down Queen's Bay Paladin to bring back City Stalker Connoisseur to make them hopefully discard the Karn's Temporal Sundering. Yep, okay, that was the most expensive card in their hand. Oh, Risen Reef, my beloved. Another elemental. A Felemental. Cares about other elementals, too. Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, you know, I never realized that the text on it was when Mystic Sanctuary enters untapped. Not when it enters, if you control 3 or more islands, which they do. Neat. Ooh, funky art, Arcane Signet. The, all-out art. I want to steal. I'm going to try to steal, and I'm going to do this at sorcery speed, if you're wondering the reason for it. I was hoping not to get mana drain, but the reason to do that is because I missed a land drop, and I was hoping to steal the land, or get a land off my own deck. City Stalker. Go for the trade. They're not into it. So they get 5 extra mana since they countered Evelyn. This could get them even more lands. This is another fetch, by the way. Pierce you, manager. Any counter spell would have taken her out. Do they need the 5 extra mana? Maybe. They can draw a lot of cards this turn. I was just trying to get a land. I was just trying to get a land. I wasn't trying to steal anything. Ignore the weird banging noises you just heard. I didn't drop anything. Except for the things I just dropped. Didn't do it. 10? That's gonna be lethal. Our opponent's able to put, well, it's a lot more than 2+1/+1 counters on a Risen Reef. They're gonna put on enough counters that even if I could block one, it doesn't matter. There's 2 of these. They put, I don't even know how many lands in play. Enough. They put enough lands in play. But we're so dead. But it was a good showing. They have to resolve the stack. Nice. Good game. They hit me for the world's thickest Risen Reef. Don't take extra game actions. Come on. Okay. They're just like, yeah, check it out. I had even more damage. You sure did. GG Omnath. Helga, Skittish Seer, one of the best ramp and draw that you can get as long as you're playing lots of creatures that have a mana value of 4 or more, or X cost creatures, but you're spending 4 mana on them. Helga cares about those too. I've got a way to play this on turn 1. You know, it costs me 1 life, so I'll do it. A Vampire. Vampire with Death Touch and Lifelink. Nobody wants to block those. Always a nice way to start the game. Yeah, this, if it came out, would have just been blue mana, since I do not have an island or swamp. Forest, but no turn 1 ramp, which means no turn 2 Helga. That's one of the things I am always most afraid of with Helga, is when she comes down on turn 2. Because then, even if you can kill her, she's going to be coming back. This deck is usually very good at ramping early, and then playing some serious, like, Bant threats. Your 1 forest versus my sweet arcane signet. Somehow I have more mana than the Helga deck. Now we're about the same. They got an incubation druid, but since we went first, Haunted Ridge. I'll swing in with this vampire. They're definitely not blocking. Maybe they do want to block. You want to die, incubation druid? Of course you don't. Key to the Archive, getting myself 2 more mana, and also a spell. Now, what do I want? Day of Judgment, clear out the board. Demonic Tutor, Growth Spiral. Now, Demonic Tutor, I would essentially be using it to get a board wipe anyway, since I think Helga's coming down. I think I'd rather drop the Callous Blood Mage here, so I can play Day of Judgment and maybe follow up with Blood Artist after. Oh, Roaring Earth. That's going to give a +1/+1 counter to the Incubation Druid, so it taps for 3 mana. Tireless Tracker. Maybe they got some landfall stuff going on in here. Why not? Bant landfall, you can do whatever you need. I feel currently no rush to fire off the Day of Judgment. Hey, you want to block? You want to fetch? And it's going to seem a little weird, but I'm going to throw down Evelyn, Sorcery Speed, because I didn't get a land drop. I bet they have lands in their deck. I have lands in my deck, too. There's probably like a 50-50 chance that one of the cards I get is a land. This could also be like a wash away, though, that they're holding up. Hello? Helga? Okay. Classic sorcery speed, Evelyn. No washaways, no whammies. You have a Kellen the Kid landfall deck. Okay. That's a way to use Kellen. Hey! Oh, they're both lands, sort of. This one's in Ashaya. I know that I'm probably going to be board wiping the Evelyn, but I don't think that's that bad. Since anything she exiles is going to be coming back. And right now, I don't feel that much pressure for the Day of Judgment. It's really the Helga I feel like I need to get rid of. Hi, Helga. Not gonna use that mana to eat the clue. Okay. You do you. Do I feel like I need to wipe the board this turn? I'm gonna steal first. I know what I like to do with stealing. Ooh, Henrika's a fun one. Let's grab Henrika. Let's see, what did I get? Primeval Titan and Nighthawk Scavenger. We go to combat. And I'm going to have each of us sacrifice a creature. We'll lose some life. And I'll throw down this land. I don't think I have anything that was instant speed that I got off either player's deck. No. No instants, just lands and critters. I feel like Evelyn's design is what Grenzo should have been more like. You still gotta pay mana for it. Oh, hey Vorinclex, who makes my lands tap and stay tapped. So yeah, I think the Day of Judgment's gonna happen. To kill you. And I can do it by only tapping one land, which is kind of nice. Hey, Day of Judgment. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. I guess before I kill Evelyn, I should make a little bit of use of her. White, white. Black and blue. That stays tapped. And I guess I could have done that post-combat to swing in with Evelyn. Or not Evelyn, Henrika. But I don't trust like that. Blood Artist does Blood Artist things. And we're peeping. Peeping with my peeps. I'm one off from the City's Blessing. So maybe I want to go Black Market Connections instead. Yeah, let's go Black Market Connections. I love paying to 6. I'm at 35 life. I got plenty of life to pay. First bait, yeah. Doing a first made board wipe is a power move. It's one of those, if I don't do this now, I might forget. We love paying the 6 every day. Every day we're paying the 6. Oh, nice railway brawler. Brawler. It's a vampire token. It's good. We're a vampire deck. Vampires, 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 vampires. Okay, this, it's not a vampire yet, but it will be one. Oh, Helga? Helga, you want to crack your fetch land? Do you want to crack the fetch land? Cool. Veto? Awful lot of peeps. Helga, are you there? Hello, it's your go. Yeehaw. And or howdy. Are they mad they got board wiped? They played a Vorinclex! Maybe they're holding up a mana drain here. And they didn't want to show that they had a mana drain. No, they got a tapped land. Hello, one veto, please. Okay. Yeah, you want the card on top or not? Come on, Helga. That's a good card. You don't want Solitude? Alright. We're done with this slow playing. We got the city's blessing. Start of my turn, if these two are still around, I will be getting the top card of my deck. And my opponent will be losing the amount of life equal to its mana value twice. Because I'll also be gaining that life, which means veto will make them lose it again. Helga's getting big. And bigger Helga is, the more mana she taps for. But she doesn't have haste. You get some Lava Spur Boots in hand. They're destroying my black market connections. Okay, that's fine. I'll take a land. I love lands. Let's grab one of our Surveil lands, since I don't need the mana for anything here. Prismatic Vista. I don't need the mana for anything here. Come on. Big spell. It was a land. They don't lose any life. Boo. I'm going to play the Bloodline Keeper. And then I'm going to make a second Bloodline Keeper. And I'm going to transform the Bloodline Keeper because I have 5 or more vampires. And then I'm going to transform the Bloodline Keeper because I have 5 or more vampires. Excuse me? Why don't you transform? Oh, it's one-sided. It doesn't work. That's why. It has no backside. Yeah, so, by the way, if this were a token, that would have worked. But it's not a token, so it didn't work. Yeah, I love only tokens can do that. Sorry, I did not have a use for the 1 mana anyway. Oh my god, the Windswept Heath. They're gonna crack it open. Oh, right, they can put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's fine. Twilight Prophet's getting in a hit. He does a hit. He's got no backside, no booty. Tragic. No, my token. You tap to make vampires, right? Sweet. I really want Twilight Prophet to be what kills them. I might just get, like, hoofed to death here, though. It almost worked. Hi, Emoti. You cast Caden into Allosaurus Shepherd. I do have a couple counter spells in this deck, so now they're not going to work on the green cards. They draw, and they draw again, because Beans and Helga. They've got up to 8 mana that I can see. So what big boy you casting? This one? That one. Maybe this one. Chulane. So Chulane's one of the best ways to just kind of go off in this deck, since you can just keep casting spells and putting more lands into play. You adore the frogs. Poggin and Froggin. You don't deal damage, right? You just have life loss. Okay, yes, that's life loss. I was wondering if I wanted to give it life gain before the card was revealed. And come on, big card. It's a land. It was a land. Okay. I go to combat. Swing in with these homies. They'll block 1. They have to block Bloodline Keeper, I think. Oh no, or yeah, one of those two. Veto, we give them lifelink. And then Veto will do some veto things. Turning the Big life gain into big life loss. For a nice indirect kill. GG, Helga. Arwen, Mortal Queen. This is an indestructible creature who can give up her immortality to save somebody else for a turn, also putting a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on that other creature. This is usually a scales deck, looking to proliferate counters like the indestructible counter and the +1/+1 counters that you're placing on all of your creatures. I'm hoping that they don't have a way to make Arwen uncounterable, since I do have this Tail's End in my opening hand. And they played some turn 1 ramp, so instead of playing the Arcane Signet, we're going to hold up Tail's End. Juan in chat says that Vito is their rat colony commander. Sure. I mean, if it works, it works. Arwen into graveyard. I don't have any creatures to exile with Corpse Appraiser, so I'll probably throw down Vito next turn. Maybe the Baron. I don't know. With 2/2's not going to do that much for me. Are you done with your turn? You have any 0-cost spells? They might. Oh, actually, I just drew something better. So, 2 mana, Blood Artist. Creatures dying, kills them. And we'll see if they get a tapped land off Wooden Foothills, if they need 4 mana or not. Ooh, they did. They shocked in a Temple Garden. Very Selesnya of you. Ooh, and Corn! If they proliferate this, it will tap for more and more and more and more mana. Thirsting... I love that as a way to just be like, yeah, it's more mana. And Galagreeters. I feel like playing Evelyn here. I like holding up the mana because it makes it seem like I have more interaction than I actually do. They've got tons of mana, though. Ozolith turns +1/+1 counters into 2. Can also tap to put counters onto things. Bristly Bill Landfall. Gonna be getting them some counters. Oh, yeah, they're scaling. Number go up. Time for 2 more counters. And they can get another 2 counters with this Ozolith. Bristly Bill's great. There's another card similar to Bristly Bill coming in Foundation's Jumpstart. So not the actual Jumpstart set. Or not the actual Foundation set, but in Jumpstart. Okay, I'm so glad I stole this Evolution Stage. It's such a good card. Got myself a Cyclonic Rift here. I don't have anything I'd be proliferating, so if I played this, it would just be a blocker. Play this as a land. I am going to play the Markov Baron, tapping all of these. See what I got. Conclave and Haunted Ridge. 1 Veto. Anything at instant speed? Nope, a land and another land. Yeah, there's a card that's a cat, and the first time it triggers, it's a counter. The second time, it doubles counters on a target, and all other times it just puts a counter on. Hello, big Galagreeters. Big Bill. I will block with the Markov Baron. Safe Interest, thank you for the 4-month resub. Wahoo to you too. Just gonna get some a little bit of life evening here. We're surveilling. Actually, I'm fine with getting a command tower, since we're going to be Cyclonic Rifting anyway. I'll grab this Haunted Ridge. Those all go away. And I'm doing this now because I refuse to wait. And then I'll swing in for 3 entire damage. Winning us the game, apparently. GG, Arwen. Arabella, Abandoned Doll, swings in and deals indirect damage, gaining life based on a number of power 2 or less creatures that you control. This hand's a little awkward, but it does have a wash away. But it might not be fast enough for the Arabella. I think we got a mulligan. Yeah, because my lands would be coming in tapped, so on their turn 2, which is my turn 1, I wouldn't be able to counter Arabella. There's some nice mass removal here on a Cyclonic Rift. But I have to survive and get to enough mana for that. Okay, so they did not play Arabella. They didn't play anything on turn 1. Didn't play anything on turn 2. I'll just consider that a good thing. Grab the Surveil land, give me more information. Vadmir's a good thing to play on turn 2. Got myself a Vatty Batty. Whenever I commit a crime, he gets a counter, and he's dead. Rip Vadmir. Uh-oh, War Leader's Call. Oh, this is tricky. I could play Black Market Connections, but paying life against this deck sounds really dangerous. The upside, though, is that, like, if I do this, I'll be accelerating my mana, and I'll also be making sacrificable creatures for Henrika. Soul Warden gains them life, deals damage to me. Black Market Brain Rot? You know. I'm not going for the card draw. Look, see, I'm a responsible gamer. Did you see that? Did you see me not do it? You should be really proud of me. You should be like, Amy, I'm so impressed by how you didn't pay the 6. Because you're against an Arabella deck and you're going to die if you do. I'm sorry, Smothering Tithe? Make a treasure here. And I'm not even waiting. I'm just doing this now. Just attacking in. They would have had the blood. You can use the blood. You saw me being a coward? No, I'm being tactical. Tactical! Damn. I will pay the 2. I'm gonna throw down Patchwork Banner, naming Vampire, since that is the kind of deck we are. We're a vampire deck. Swinging into lots of damage, and then I'll play the Vampire Socialite. Our opponent did lose life, so we buff up our creatures even more. I'm down to 12, so like it's okay. And it's a board wipe. Fine, I draw. I want to pay the 2. Not really, no. How much damage do I think I could get in if I do that? Just making a treasure. I know. That's very disappointed. Sorcery speed, Evelyn. Let it happen. That's fine. Yeah, this is a very strange Arabella build. Keep exiling more cards. There's no creatures in their graveyard, oddly. I'm gonna hit my own Vadmir with the Corpse Appraiser. And I'll grab a land that comes in untapped and can tap for lots of stuff since there were 3 lands there. Let's see what gets put into exile with our collection counters. A Watery Grave and Unbreakable Formation. Unbreakable Formation could be pretty sweet, just forcing damage through. War Leader's Call, an Impact Tremors, and an Anthem all in one. You've got enough mana for Soul Warden into Arabella. Oh, what a fella, that sweet Arabella. No, a Splitskin Doll. So now they're starting to roll out some of the littles. Draw, that's a Vran. No. I'm going to play the Vran. They'll gain the life. So we exile. It's just more lands. I'm going to play this land, making sure I'm leaving up just a way to make some black mana. Unbreakable Formation. These will all get a +1/+1 counter in Vigilance. And then, damn! Nation! I'll swing in, bring them to 1, and then, if any of their creatures die, or any of my creatures other than Vran die, they will also die. Got there. GG, Arabella. Volo, Guide to Monsters. I love Volo. Volo's making clones of unique creature types, because when Volo ran across a bear, he didn't just fight 1 bear, he fought 2 bears. Volo's all about exaggerating stories, but bringing them to life. I guess I could throw down this Cordial Vampire this turn. I kind of like it, so I'm gonna do it. Vampire. Creatures dying make vampires bigger. You're hoping it's not oops all counterspells, Volo? I would say Volo is very good to have supplemented by counterspells, but it shouldn't be all counterspells. That's just weird. I want to see what's in their hand. Patchwork Banner naming Vampire. Yeah, we're kind of like the opposite decks of each other. I'm all 1 creature type, and they're probably trying to have as few humans and wizards as they can. Oh, what the heck? Hey, wait a minute. Where's the creatures? So I'm gonna hit Defense of the Heart because all this is just ramp. Sure, I guess they can even throw down a Cold Steel Heart. Ideally, I want to use Olivia to discard the Baron so I can convoke it. Or, Madness convoke it. I'll be able to do it next turn. Dill Beaten! Oh my gosh, thank you for the 24-month resub. An Arcane Signet. Olivia. Now, I could play this here, but I really do want to use it with Olivia's ability. So we're gonna wait. Playing Evelyn next turn, giving it that +1/+1 haste. And I guess turning it into a vampire. It's already a vampire. But don't tell them that. Don't tell them I said that. A 2-year resub from Dill Beaten. That's so many years. Hi, Volo. Got anything to copy? 2 Llanowar Elves. Nice. Once you start cloning Volo, that's when things get really nasty. Yeah, this Bloodline Keeper or Evelyn. This is better to give haste to. But I want extra card advantage, so I'm going to do this. Evelyn, the Covetous. Doing it at sorcery speed, it's fine. Discarding Markov Baron. Casting it for a 1, a 2, a 3, a crunch. We got a land, and oh, that's a Vein Ripper. Nice. I'll throw down Castle Lockthwain and swing for 5. This Vein Ripper is exciting, though. They're still just ramping. Maybe they're like all in on the twice the crater hoofs, twice the win game plan. And I understand why they kept this hand, especially with Defense of the Heart. Creature hooves. Ooh, yeah. Let's go for a Vein Ripper. And I am giving it haste. I'm gonna drop Immerstorm Predator, despite the fact that it can become indestructible. I just want to hit. And I want to hit hard. Actually, I don't even think Evelyn goes in. We just swing it in the air. 14 damage. That's a lot of damage. Steal their Crater Hoof one time. I didn't even look at what I stole. Ooh, Camille! Oh, they hate counter spells. I feel that. I also hate counter spells. Prime Time 2 is equal to Prime Time. They get the clone, they get 2 lands, then the original comes in, and it's 2 more lands for them. And they still have 4 mana to work with, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything with it. At this very moment, we are threatening them in the air. With a good time and a bad time. Oh, so if we can, like, kill their creatures, more happens. Yeah, I have lethal in the air, so they have to take all game actions possible. It's fine. They could have something in hand. Did you just commit a crime at me? They totally did. And we win. There might be a couple of prime times in play, but we have big vampires. GG. Omnath, Locus of the Royal, going to be ramping with lands to draw cards and put counters on elementals. I've got 2 board wipes in hand, a little hand attack, and just a really great card for turn 3. I think this is a keepable hand, honestly, because 3 mana and all of this is so nice. But these 2 are the ones I care the most about. Board wipes, yeah, they're good, but I want Future the Schism. Ooh, they double mulliganed. This Broker's Hideout. I assume that I can get some green mana, and next turn do some ramping. It's all going to be land-based ramp, with the exception of, like, a couple little things. I'll crack open the Bloodstained Mire, and looking what I have, I'd like a second Black Source. Do I feel like I need a duel? I may as well. I love spending life. Nice Watery Grave. Tangled Florahedron or Harrow. I'll hit the Tangled Florahedron, since that would be their turn 2 thing. Scape Shift and Harrow are great for just turning lands into more lands. They can now Harrow. If I had a counterspell, that would be like the rudest thing I could do, but I don't. Yeah, if you counter a Harrow, they still had to sacrifice the land as part of the casting cost. It's nasty. Once they get something with landfall out, that's when the Scape Shift is going to really shine. You temporarily forgot that fetches can get basics. I know, it's like you're always fetching into a shock land. But sometimes, you just need a 1/1. Not a 1/1. A basic. I know words. It's the most simple thing. Creature to Schism. We get bopped for 1, and they do this. I'm brained so good right now. I'm gonna brain even better once I make them discard that scape shift, right? Ah, yeah! And I'll swing it with the Preacher. Yeah, it's like stifling a fetch land, countering a Harrow. They got some nice landfalls going on here. So whatever else was in their hand cost less than 4. It could have just been another land. No, it was Fanatic Aronis. Either that or they just drew it. They just drew one of these. It was a 2-drop. I get double triggers off Preacher here. I love that. Because our life totals are the same. You want to trade? Ooh, they're up for it. Omnath returns. I assume killing one of my 1/1s. More counters on Omnath, and now they are at 7 lands. 1 off from drawing cards with Omnath. Pass to attackers. You don't. And then Evelyn, the Covetous. He's got Flash. A lot of people forget it. Null Priest. Null Priest could bring back the Preacher. Okay. I like that. Bring it out, kick it, reverse it, and steal even more cards for the future. See, that was a land and a land, and a land and a... Nadu! Nadu! Hold up! You know, I do think my board would look better with a Nadu on it. Yeah, what do you think? Think it'd look better with a Nadu on it? Oh, they're taking extra turns. Nahu, Nado. Yeah, they're like, wait a minute, I don't want to have to recast Omnath. Good news, they just got an Arcane Signet. What if it was a Nadu with haste? And also, what if Nadu was a vampire? I'm gonna drop one of these board wipes. Getting there with all of these. That's a great extra turn. Yeah, it didn't do much. I love Bird Wizard Vampire. Ooh, Mystic Sanctuary. Putting that on top and then drawing it from Omnath, so they ordered all that correctly. They're about to draw so many cards, it's stupid, and get so much mana, it's stupid. Don't mind me. Just taking my one remaining game action. Just so I'm not holding priority. Oh my god, do you think Nadu has just like little fangs? I don't know, like he's got an ibis beak, so like where did the fangs go? Do you think they're like kind of awkwardly off to the side? So like they're not actually good for biting? Or do you think they're near the tip so he can just kind of like open up his beak and be like, eh. Right at the end? Oh my god, he looks so stupid. He looks so dumb. Hey, Omnath. Yeah, I know. You're about to have a lot of triggers. Oh, even more, because you got fetches. That'll gain them some life. Perfect for a dumb bird. It is a dumb bird. I hope you only draw useless spells. They're probably going to get, like, another 2 extra turns. Both fangs are on the same side like a rebel. Oh, you think it's kind of like a, what's the name of those fish? Flounders. It's like a flounder. Gosh, that'd be funny, though. You should target my creatures with abilities. So I can, so I can get Nadu triggers? big elemental. Hey, did you get a reliquary tower? They sure didn't. They sure didn't. So they're gonna get 2 surveils here. They have about 25 floating mana. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only 22 floating mana. Oh, you're right. Nadu triggers for Omnath. They're discounting their green spells. Oracle of Moldiah lets them play additional lands each turn for more landfall, more fun. 9 cards left in hand. That's a memory lapse. That's a cultivate. And there's the extra turn. We knew that there was going to be at least one. A Bippity Bop. A Bird's O Paradise. Prime time. 2 more lands for 2 more cards and 2 more mana off the Lotus Cobra. There's Utopia's Brawl and a Cultivate that I can see. Probably putting that in the graveyard. And now... okay, they can replay. That's 4 more landfall triggers per turn with Crucible of Worlds. Since they have fetches on fetches on fetches on fetches. They also have the fetches that came in tapped that they haven't used yet. Hey, yep. They're down to 5 cards in hand. They did a very good job using those up. They can also... oh, no. Hold up. 1, 2... they can replay Mystic Sanctuary to bring back Time Warp. For anybody who hates recursions of Time Warps as much as I do, I have bad news. On the bonus sheet for Foundations, the special guests, there's another Time Warp. It's a non-targeting one, too, so you can't, like, be cheeky and, like, Narset's reversal it. So they'll get an extra turn, and they'll get another extra turn. If they have a way to sacrifice a land that's in play, like Entish Restoration, they could actually do it again. Putting it into the graveyard so they can replay it. So with them having... at least 3 extra turns and a River's Rebuke here. The Rebuke actually just kills me this next turn, doesn't it? Yeah, they Rebuke, and we die. I didn't even see them get the Rebuke in hand. It must have just happened off one of the exposed draws from the Oracle of Moldiah. Yeah, we're dead. So I'll hit them with a good game. Since, I don't know if they're interested in ending it. They end it this turn. Rebuke and swing in. Rebuke and swing in. Everybody back in my hand. No, not the stolen Nadu! I worked so hard for that. GG, Omnath. Ziatora, the Incinerator, can throw damage at your face, or I guess to any target, and does so by sacrificing creatures. You also get some treasures if you do it. So they'll be playing some high-powered critters, which are great for throwing. We love throwing. It's fun to throw things. If the thing is a creature. I've got myself some early ramp. And so do they. A Llanowar Elf. But they couldn't play it on turn 1 since this game in tap. Oh, Warlock class. Neat. Some extra life loss for me. I kind of like throwing down Prosper here. So I will. Prosper is a little unusual in this deck because it's not a vampire. But since Evelyn lets us play things from exile, I figured, you know, something that's good in Prosper, maybe Prosper's good in something else. Also, like, 1/4 with Death Touch means good luck blocking or being blocked. It'll trade with something. In this case, it was ramp, it was fixing, it was card advantage, it's doing it all. Could throw down Evelyn here. I don't have any creatures in a graveyard, so Queensway Paladin doesn't do as much. They have a creature in the graveyard, and I'm a little worried that they put it there. So I think I'm actually going to use Corpse Appraiser. Just to exile this Atsushi. See, we've got Vein Ripper, Bloodtithe Harvester, or Fill the Profane. These going into my graveyard is actually kind of great for me, because I have the Queensbay Paladin here. I'm also going to play this Nighthawk Scavenger, and then Convoke the Markov Baron, giving all of these +1/+1, and +1/+1. Who's the Queensbay? This is the Queensbay, and you are my queen. Ignore that they're from different planes, it's fine. I know, Evelyn's not allowed in a Prosper deck because she has a hybrid mana symbol. Boo! But also, yay, I can play Grixis Vampires. Oh, Demanding Dragon! 5 to the face or a sacrifice? I'll take 5 to the face. Normally I would drop the Corpse Appraiser, but I'm greedy. Queensbay Paladin, I will lose 6 life. Get me some treasures. Go to combat, swing in with you, and yeah, you know what, Prosper? Get in there. If my creatures die, awesome. And then I'm going to use the Spy Master's Vault to make the Vein Ripper even bigger. I will discard Key to the Archive. I feel like I've already got enough mana, in part because Prosper's doing work getting me lands. Oh my gosh, you're right, with Omen Paths? Queensbay Paladin could have gone through an Omen Path from Ixalan to New Capenna and been like, hey girl, see you have a keen eye for art. He like flips his gross vampire hair. You think there's gonna be an interplanar dating app called Planar, but no A? Ugh, it would. A creature has died, so they lose life, we gain life. Then I lose more life. Would you like to yeet a Llanowar Elf? A Llanowar Elf has been yeeted. They lose even more life. We go to combat, we swing, and we win the game. GG! Legolas, Master Archer. Targeting a single creature, yours or your opponent's, gets you either a growth on Legolas or a bite. This is especially good, by the way, if you have, well, fight and bite spells, because they target one of your opponent's creatures and one of your creatures. Kinda nice. Hi, Legolas. Oh, Hardened Scales for extra +1/+1 counters. Play the Scalding Tarn. So if I need to use the Mana Drain, I can use the Mana Drain. And if not, cool, whatever. Yeah, I'll use Mana Drain on this, because that gets me enough mana for Evelyn. Oh, alright. Yeah, Mana Drain's like that. Muldrotha, the Gravetide. Muldrotha lets you replay permanents from your graveyard, one of each type, every single turn. And that means that Muldrotha is a huge amount of value and great for recurring things that enter the battlefield and kill your opponent's stuff or force symmetrical sacrifice. There's a lot of things that are really, really good with Muldrotha. Damnation. I don't know if I want a board wipe, though. Killing all their stuff just means they can bring it back. I sent Foxy a text of my partner playing The Sims, and she's just like, is that Sims 3 or 4? It was Sims 4. I know it's not the best Sims. It's like the worst Sims. But it had a thing that he wanted to play. They're both Sims gamers. What does they put in the graveyard? Land and land. I guess I don't really want to play Florian pre-combat, since I would just be exiling a card from my deck that I can't play. Florian and vampire. That's a dead Florian. But that means the cordial vampire is gonna grow. Yay! Because the vampire died. I want to play Bloodthirsty Adversary just for more damage. I don't want to save it for this Edict. I think I want to save it to bring back the Edict. Hey, it was nice to see you at Vegas. Welcome, and thank you, Fiona, for gifting a sub. You're dead, I'm dead, everybody here's dead. I could flash out Evelyn, or I could get a mystery card. Nah, I want Evelyn. Yeah, these sorts of cards are so good with Muldrotha since you kill and bring back. And look, see, aren't you glad I didn't play this? Because it would have died. Been exiled by the Haywire Might. Can't be countered. We got ourselves a Cavern of Souls. We exile the top cards. Just kidding. No, I don't. Okay, I'll go for Bloodthirsty Adversary. And I will pay the 3. In order to bring back Doldred's Edict. So I can make them sacrifice their Haywire Might. I was gonna get to steal a land, too. GG. Gadriel of Lothlorien, one of my best game actions commanders, because whenever you scry, you reveal the top card of your deck, or you can choose to reveal. You should always choose to. And if it's a land, you put it into play. I have a land that comes in tap here, the Rakus Theater. Ooh, Florian! I'll take it. They didn't ramp on turn 1, which I'm going to say is a good thing, because once you get Gadriel out, you try to get as much scrying and lands as you can, and they're going for a very cute version of scrying, where their lands, as long as they're snow lands, will cause them to scry and scry and scry again. And if they manage to get enough snow lands in play, this becomes Merit Blage, who's just like a total babe. Like, I mean it. Total babe. They showed a token? Yeah, look at her, she's beautiful. The Zhalfirin Void, but they don't have Gadriel. You scryed without Gadriel! Yeah, she's got lots of arms for hugging. Treasure map. Oh, that's more scry. I'm going to bolt this in for a potential Prismari's command. Stop scrying without Gadriel out! You're making me uncomfortable! Come on. Oh, hi, Nissa. I'll kill that. Boop. Guess I've got Florian or Prismari command here. I'm going to go for Prismari command, destroying artifact, making a treasure. Treasure for me, no more treasure map for you. And then I will use the 2 mana for the Tithe Harvester. It's a vampire. Likes a blood. I can sacrifice it to possibly kill something. Or just shrink something. Hi, Galadriels. This was a land that scryed. And they reveal from the top it's another Snowland, so to get another scry. And they scry the top. It must be a land. Hey, it's a land and they scry. Ah, Tatiova. Right, I'm as disappointed as you are. Play Florian and swing in with the Blood Tithe Harvester. So you lose 3 life and I get to impulse draw from the top 3. Let's see. I can only play it this turn. I think I'll go for Sulphurous Springs. Boop. Good chance that I'm going to be hitting them with a damn nation if they throw down Tatiova this turn. Because Tatiova can go off and off and off and off. Combining all the lands with the landfall. Ooh, no, they're going for Hydroid Krasis. That's a real fun one. Draws them 2 cards, gains them 2 life, and it's also a giant squid in the air. I know it's not creature type squid, it's a jellyfish hydroid beast. It's a squid. I think I'll drop Veto here. Nifty rifties. Just chilling, vibing, hanging. You know, regular stuff. Flashing, splashing. They're on Simic Tentacle Typal. I think that's more Kiora's thing. Are you each player? Okay, yes, it's each player, not target player. Just had to check since they have protection. Boop. Evelyn. Still get the steal. Ooh. Cool rock or a land. Can't deal damage to them. Boo. Go for Cool Rock. I'll play the Takenuma since I have Agadeem's Awakening. Pass the turn. Yeah, I can't deal damage to them because of protection. Playing a land before the Tatiova. The Rond! Just trust me when I say Elrond needs to die. Elrond enables pseudo-infinite combos, non-deterministic combos in this deck. Same with the Season of Growth. They both do. They have very similar text. You get down Elrond with like Scoot Swarm or anything that's like landfall making tokens. The Springheart Nantuko is another good one. You can just go off and off and off and off and off. The Rond must die. Sounds like a bird wizard, some sort of a Nadu. If I Cyclonic Rift, they'll be able to one ring again, but I don't think that would be the worst. Goodness, they sure are going. It's a Cityscape Leveler on top, okay. Put it to the bottom, though, because they want lands, because they know what's up. It's about scrying and revealing. And scrying and revealing and scrying and revealing and scrying and revealing. Fabled Passage. And a Llanowar Elf. Ooh, do I have anything I could recast? I do. 2 things. Click, clack. I want to cast this one first, so it resolves second. Alright, 2 damage, and make a treasure. Wrong order. Okay, so they'll just get rid of this, I guess. Go for the upkeep stop, though. Everybody swinging in. It's kind of them. Yeah, to ignore my bad ordering. What do we got here? Nothing I can play. That's on me. I shouldn't have played the land yet. I forgot I was gonna get card advantage. I forgot that Florian was gonna exile a bunch of cards. Hate the overs. You wanna come down? I'll kill you. They don't have enough to kill me off Lair of the Hydra, thankfully. They have like 10. X equals 10 on it. Gimme. Gimme. Alright, another landfall guy. But like them drawing cards off Tireless Tracker is... I don't know, it feels kind of minor. I'm gonna let this happen. Does this transform? Oh, they're at 9. Good news. If they make the token, I can just bounce the token. Indestructible, yes. Hexproof, no. Ooh, Portal to Phyrexia. I do have 3 creatures, and they will be dead. I will take 3 life, pop this. Use it while I got it. Oh, my guys! Move my commander to command zone. I don't have another 5-drop in here, right? No. Decline. Meryl H? 10 or more snow permanents? Meryl H? Wait. Oh, it's the beginning of upkeep. I'm sorry. Yeah. We do some crimes. Oh my god, that's way too many. I guess I just want the land for these. Swing for 2! Yippee! And they get a creature back. I wonder who they'll go for. They're going for the Rond. Hi, Meryl H. You're so cute. Gadriel. I think I memory lapse you. I think I memory lapse the Tatiova. I know, they got the Rond in this. But I did steal one of these. Second time it resolves in a turn. Means that you are now the ring bearer. Are Merit Legion and Emrakul best friends? I don't think so. They're very, like, different beings of consciousness, if that makes any sense. Dang it, they're gaining a life. That's alright. I still am set up for lethal here. Memory lapse Tatiova. Okay. They wash away. They do get a scry. So this could go off. It's not a scry land, though. It's just a regular land. They play another land. They're up to 10. Makes it a lot harder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I don't have enough for the 5. But the 3 on here. So if I swing in with those two, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 9, 10, 11. If I Spring Heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite enough. I apologize, opponent. I do actually have to do math here. It's so embarrassing doing math. Think there's anything that they could bring back from the graveyard and upkeep that would gain them life either. I don't have a good I'm thinking emote. This is what I do have. We'll lose 3. If they can gain life, I will lose life. Thankfully, Tatiova's in the graveyard. Hi, Galadriel. Cosmos Elixir will be gaining them life in end step. That will deal damage to me. Ugh, Ristic Study. Bro, you already got all the card draw in the world. You don't need that. Stop it. I'm not paying the 1. Not now, not never. Curse you going to 5. Oh, another land. No! Ow, also. They went to 6. Okay, Queen's Bay Paladin could revive Bloodthirsty Adversary, who could then Cyclonic Rift. Oh god, there's things happening. Yeah, sure, whatever. No, of course not. Never! No. Not like this. Not like this! They're pacting. My doom, my death. A pact. I know. What do you mean, mana drain? What do you mean, mana drain? I think they have enough sustain, and also just enough damage to kill me. If they were to... Since they don't have the black to activate this. If they were to activate the Lair of the Hydra, making it into a... (15/15). I believe they do have enough for. Yep, they could just swing in and end the game. Sure, why not? 2 more damage. Oh, wait, no, because they have to pay for the pact. Never mind. So they don't have enough for that, but they think they still have enough now. Yes. So they get the 5 extra mana off of the mana drain. Okay. Nissa means that this can be animated for even more, since these are big mana. Hello, good game. Got so close. Come on. You have lethal. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to get lethal. I'm tapped out. I have no cards in hand. There's no actions I can take. You have lethal. Remember how I said this is a good deck if you have game action addiction? Okay. You're gonna -7, right? You're gonna -7, right? Thank you. They didn't want that lethal, they wanted this lethal. GG Gadriel. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Evelyn sure is a lot of value in a vampire package, and one of the best things about Evelyn is that she lets you play vampires that have a little bit of blue in their cost. There's not that many in this deck, Corpse Appraiser and Lord Xander, but it still feels really nice to get to play an extra color when typically vampires are black-white or black-red. Sure, there's a lot of black vampires, but it's fun to get to play the ones that you don't usually get to include in a deck. This deck was pretty good too. It performed pretty well while I was playing it for this video. And a lot of that is because Grixis has great cards for 1v1, whether it's board wipes, 1-to-1 removal, and the fact that Evelyn herself has flash, so you can catch people by surprise taking their cards. Evelyn is great. I had a lot of fun getting to play her in this video, and also thank you to Twitch chat for voting on her for the spooky vampire for me to rebuild. I gave them a choice between 5 different vampire commanders, and they chose Evelyn, knowing that I love to do crime, and also it's just in time for Halloween. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description of the video. And because I've received multiple comments about this, I'm going to address something. You can import decks from Pastebin. That's why I use it. How do you do it? You go to the website, you highlight the text, you copy it, you go to Arena, and you press import. Just a lot of people say, I can't import your decks. And I gotta say, that's user error. If you can't do it, like I test all of them, you just gotta learn how to use plain text. You copy it, and you're essentially pasting it into Arena. It works. Just trust me. Just trust me on this. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.